Welcome back to Horn First Take. Let me tell you something, Devin. I have been covering this sport for a long time, but I have never seen a season like the one we are about to witness in Austin. We are looking at a Texas Longhorns roster that is quite frankly a cheat code. You have Vince Young, a 99 overall quarterback, deciding to come back. Michael Huff in the secondary. This isn't just a team, this is a collection of NFL-ready superstars who decided that the love of the game mattered more than the draft check. I've got the receipts right here. Every single one of those top draft prospects back in the burnt orange.
Oh, stop it, Mike. Stop it right now. You're talking about love of the game? You're out of your mind if you think these guys are back for the scenery. They are back because they saw the landscape of college football and realized they had unfinished business. But let's address the elephant in the room, Major Applewhite. You've got a guy who was a gritty, tough-as-nails quarterback at Texas, now stepping into a massive role as the assistant offensive coordinator. He's stepping into a pressure cooker. Does he have the pedigree to manage these egos? Or is he going to be the guy who overthinks it and ruins a championship-caliber squad?
Major Applewhite knows that locker room better than anybody. The man bled for that program. He understands the nuance of the position. You look at his history, 48 school records, 2 Big 12 championship games. He doesn't need to reinvent the wheel, he just needs to let Vince Young be Vince Young. The film doesn't lie, Devin. When you have a talent like Young paired with a guy who lived through the intense competition of the Texas QB room, that is a recipe for efficiency. This isn't just hype, it's calculated excellence.
See, that's where you're wrong. You think nostalgia equals coaching success? I'm not buying it. Major Applewhite is coming in to work alongside Greg Davis. If the play calling is stale, if they don't utilize Jamal Charles properly, if they rely too much on the veteran status instead of the hunger, this thing implodes by week 6 against Oklahoma. I've been saying this for weeks. Talent like this is a burden. The expectations are so high that anything less than a national title is an absolute failure. And frankly, I don't trust a first-time coordinator to keep this ship steady when the waters get choppy. Don't come at me with that. You're trying to stir the pot, but the numbers show that this offensive line, Ulatoski, Tanner, Hills, is the best in the country. You can run a vanilla offense and still drop 40 points with that protection. Major Applewhite knows he doesn't need to be fancy. He needs to be disciplined. And if there's one thing we know about Applewhite, it's that he is the definition of discipline. This is the start of a legendary tenure in Austin, and I am putting my name on it right now. Keep your name on it, Mike, because when they drop that Week 2 game to TCU because the coaching staff is too busy patting themselves on the back for being veterans, don't come crying to me. I'll be the first one here on Monday morning saying, I told you so. It's time to see if the Horns are sharp, or if they're just dull relics of a season that should have ended last year.
Welcome back to the Horns Dynasty Hotline, where the pads haven't even popped yet, but the expectations are already hitting a fever pitch. We're staring down the barrel of a season that feels more like a miracle than a schedule. So let's see what you've got on your minds today.
Mac, listen, I don't care what the magazines say about QB Vince Young and DB Michael Huff returning for another year. It's a setup. You think the NCAA just lets the top 10 guys all decide to stay? It's all a media plot to keep the ratings high for the networks. They're padding the stats to make the Big 12 look like a juggernaut before they pull the rug out from under us in the rankings.
Earl, I think you've been spending a little too much time in the sun down there in Auburn, but I appreciate the passion. Marlene, I think calling for heads before the first snap is a bit premature, don't you? Let the man call his first series before we start the panic button tour. Travis, I love the optimism. Just try to keep your voice down so my producers don't have to adjust the gain again.
I'd just like to add a bit of perspective. If you look at the personnel returning, specifically the talent in the trenches, like T. Hills and D. Griffin, you have the veteran leadership necessary to transition to a new coordinator philosophy. Major Applewhite knows this system, and the returning top 10 talent is simply a luxury most programs never see. It's not a conspiracy and it's not a collapse. It's a high-floor season with championship potential if they stay healthy.
Thank you, Linda. It's rare we get a caller who actually brings a calculator to the conversation, instead of just an axe to grind. Keep your heads on a swivel and your eyes on the clock. We'll see you for the opener.